Okay, so let's do a simple isometric modeling in Maya. So buksan ko si Maya, run ko siya. Hmm. Isometric modeling is um, it's more of geometric modeling na in difference niya sa perspective, si isometric, I think it's always equal to 90 degrees. So let me have a new file. Okay, so sa isometric modeling, kailangan yung iyong pinaka view ay hindi katulad ng sa perspective. Sa perspective kasi nagbabago yung angles, no, ng left, nagbabago yung angles ng top and bottom mo, yung side angles mo, no? So as you do the rotations, nagbabago siya. Now sa isometric, it should be consistent, within 90 degrees lang lagi siya. So where can we do that? We can do that in the orthographic views such as front, side, and top. Pero in this case, let's do it in the front view. The procedure will still be the same. Okay. So what I will do is I will go to view, image plane, and then I'll import an image. I'll go to my desktop. In my 3D modeling, I have some isometric references here. Let's say I'll choose one, then I'll press open. Ayan siya. Now, what I'll do is I'll just, again, just like what we've done before, I'll rename this to ISO reference. And then I'll just use my move tool to push it out of the grid so that when I model on the grid, it will just be there. Next thing is I'll go to my orthographic view, which is the front view. Pero before doing that, I would like to have my image plane. No, go to my um, attributes, and I will make sure that it will just be seen in the looking through camera. So it's just going to be seen at the front viewport or at the front view pane. Next thing that I will do is my camera, no, or my front view is going to be rotating or should be manipulable. So what I'll do there is I'll go to the view, I'll go to the camera tools, and I will turn on or I will click the tumble tool settings in yung camera tumble tool. This will allow me to rotate it. Now by default, naka-lock yan. Now I have it unchecked, or my Maya is unchecked because I am using it, no? So just uncheck this. So it will be unlocked, and then also uncheck the steps or the snap. Uncheck mo din yan. And once you're done, close it. So now this will allow you to rotate, no? As you can see, nagbago yung iyong pinaka cursor, naging rotate na siya from here. Pero wag niyo munang i-rotate. Not yet. Because the next thing that you will do is, this is the newest thing, no? Pinakabago sa gagawin natin in modeling. I will select the reference, or sorry, my image plane, and then I will hold shift, and then I will press middle mouse, and then I will drag it onto my front view camera. And what will happen? I'll just release. Ayan, nawala siya. Then nagkaroon ng plus sign ng ating front view camera. And when I open that, it is as simple as this. The front view camera is now the parent. So siya ay parent na ng isometric or isoreference ko. So what does that mean? That means whatever I do or however I position the front view camera, the image plane is going to follow it. Okay? So it's going to be like a projection. Yeah. Now, this is important for the next step kasi. The next thing that I will do now is I'll go to my creation tool here and I'll choose a box. No? No, in my polygons, I'll choose a box. I'll just create one. After I have created a box, I'll go to the channel box, right? And then let's say I'll set this height to 5, no, all of it into 5. I'll keep the subdivisions low, and then I would like to position the X to 0, and then I would like to position the Z axis to 0, there. And then I'd like to position also my y-axis to, let's say, 0. So it is now in the middle of 3D space. Next, let us align the object that we have created, the box or the cube. Let us align it to the reference. How do you do that? So you can do that by turning this on. This is your see-through mode or your X-ray mode. And then another is you can turn off your grid if it is becoming confusing. But we will be needing that later on. But for now, let's close it. So now, here is the tricky part. We will align the object, no? But we will use what? We will use view commands. When I say view commands, we will use view rotate, and then we will use zooming in and zooming out. No, we will not be using any move or rotate or scale tool on our object. We should not do that. Otherwise, we will lose the registration. Okay, so this is what we will do. I will press Alt and then do a left click drag, and then you will see that my object is rotating. But it is not really the object that is rotating, but mainly the view. As you can see, the view cube is the one moving. Then Alt, drag, or left click drag. So as you can see, the object is, or the view of the object is rotating. And as proof, there is no rotation angle on the object. And if I am going to the perspective view, as I move this once more, pressing Alt and then left click drag, as I rotate the scene, the object remains still at the perspective. Next thing, so I will align this, making it sure. I will also use Alt and then use the pan. And as you can see, the object is moving, but it is not um, physically, literally moving, but only the view. Because as you can see here, there's no values being added or changed. Okay, so this is what I'll do next. I have my object aligned. I can now go back to polygon. I'll just drag this down. See, so it is still aligned. And then I will push, as you can see, in the perspective. It's also a big help. Next is I can push this back further up to this portion, because now I'll do some extrusion holding shift and drag. And then this I can shift and drag. And then this, I'll just do a connect W, and then I can just move it a little bit. And then I can select that corner, shift and drag. And then that's it. I'm done. That's how simple your isometric modeling can be in Maya. Um, with this, I hope it helped. Okay, so I'll see you on the next lesson.